What's going on? This is Marcus Miller, and I love J. Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J. Ross in St. Louis with Marcus again, y'all. 10 million strong. We're going to let Marcus bounce, y'all, because he got to go. But I had a question for him. I wanted to ask why he was on stage jamming.
Okay,
now, Marcus, man, you play all kind of music. You got jazz, you got bebop, you got funk. Where's your inspiration, man? Where's all this coming? Do you just listen to your iPod, hear stuff back in the 70s and 80s and update it?
Yeah, what I do is I got music. Yeah, I got music on my iPod, man. I got a lot of music from the 50s. I love that era. Sonny Rollins, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Ray Garland, Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones. I love those musicians. And then the 60s, of course, Herbie Hancock, Wayne Shorter, Tony Williams, Ron Carter. On the bass, for me, Ray Brown, Paul Chambers, Ron Carter, Sam Jones. Those are my guys.
Oh, yeah.
On the jazz side. And then starting 1967, it's James Brown's bass player, and then Motown bass player, James Jamerson, and Larry Graham, a whole lot of Larry Graham. Everybody can hear that in my playing. And then after Graham, I started checking out Stanley Clarke, and after Stanley, Jaco Pastorius, and then I shut it down. I stopped listening. You know what I mean? Because I was like, man, I want to try to find my own voice, man. I need to get out from under these guys. You know, these guys are geniuses. And it's not going to do me any good to be a clone of them. You know?
Right,
So
I know that's
started
right.
trying to work on finding my own thing.
So you can go from Miles to Luther to doing the butt dun dun.
You know, I'm from New York City, man. So, and I'm an honest musician, man. So I'm gonna put out what came in. If you walk down the street in New York, man, there was calypso from my parents, right? There was Afro-Cuban. Joe Cuba was very popular in New York when I was growing up. The Fania All-Stars. There was funk, absolutely. You know, there was bebop, man. We were playing a lot of bebop, man. I was playing with some jazz musicians like Walter Bishop Jr., who played piano with Bird for a while. I was playing with Dizzy Reese, man. I was playing with Dizzy Gillespie, man. I was playing with all sorts of straight ahead guys. And I was playing electric bass. So that was a challenge, man, because, you know, I'd walk in there with this electric bass and they'd look at me like, you know, it's a bebop gig, right? And I said, yeah. And I started playing. I had to convince them, you know. And most of the time I did it, man. It was a challenge, man. But electric bass had a little bit more acceptance at that time.
Yeah.
You know? But you had to learn how to swing it, you know. So anyway, there's a lot of different influences in New York. And so now, man, you know, when I started to make my own music, I just started combining stuff, you know. So for me, it's very natural to mix it all together.
Well, Marcus, you've been on the grind a long time, man. What you gonna do with all that money you got, man?
Man, you know, it's not really about the money, man, because, you know, I know a lot of people who made so much money and they're retired. You know, I don't want to retire. I want to play music, man. That's why I'm a musician, you know.
Yeah.
I got, like, you know, some of my athlete friends, man, you know, 35, 40 years old, they call them old men, you know. But, man, as a musician, man, you keep learning, you keep getting better, man. There's things to do. Herbie Hancock, 71, 72, Wayne Shorter, 77.
Right.
Still doing their thing, man. Still excited about music, interested about music, so keep going, man.
Well, last question. Tell us about your jazz cruise you the headmaster of this year.
Yeah, man, it's called the Jazz Cruise. It leaves out from Fort Lauderdale, and it makes a little circle, you know, like 5 or 6 Caribbean islands. But on the ship, man, we got all sorts of incredible musicians, man. We got George Benson, man, Candy Dulfer, David Sanborn. It's really nice, man. I gotta be honest, I thought it was gonna be corny when they asked me to do it. But man, we had such a nice time, man, and the musicians are so amazing, and the people who come on the ship, they love music so much, man, that it actually is a really beautiful experience. And ain't nothing wrong with being in the Caribbean in January anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
All right, y'all. That's Marcus Miller, y'all. We in St. Louis at Jazz at the Bistro. J. Ross TV, 10 million strong. We gone, y'all. Peace.